We are going to talk about our final story, which is going to be a reaction. All right, so this video, and don't play it yet, but we have a video from WrestleLamia. And the video, and I didn't watch it, but the video is titled 10 WWE Wrestlers Triple H Has Ruined. That is the name of the video. 10 wrestlers Triple H has ruined. And the game we're going to play here, and then we're going to react to the video, is can we name the 10 wrestlers before we watch the video? And then so we'll get a point for each wrestler we can name. And then now this is not according to us, this is according to WrestleLamia's video.
I would say the Wyatts, Johnny Gargano, Gunther. Oh, there's probably some girls there. Who cares?
So that's your 3 guesses?
Jordan Grace, maybe. Have you watched the video?
I have not watched the video.
My 10 was the Wyatts. I have Johnny Gargano, Gunther, Jordan Grace, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, Jey Uso, Karrion Kross, Becky Lynch, Rusev, Tommaso Ciampa, and Jacob Fatu.
We matched with Karrion Kross, and I thought I was just outsmarting people with that one. Karrion Kross is the first one. I put the Garganos separately, so Candice LeRae is one, and Johnny Gargano is the other. Braun Breaker, Gunther, and I thought I was being smart here. Jey Uso, thought I was being smart there. I got Alba Fire. I didn't put Isla Dawn. I just put Alba Fire.
I just remember they had a really good debut, and they should have won the tag team championships. And then next thing Isla Dawn's gone. Alba Fire is part of fucking what's-her-face's Secret Service, and then she's gone.
I got the Wyatts, specifically Uncle Howdy, but the Wyatts as a whole, we'll say that. And then Austin Theory, and then my final one is the New Day.
That's only 9.
Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, because I put the Garganos separately.
Oh, you're right.
Grayson, I could just put Grayson Waller in.
Did they ruin him though?
Chad Gable.
Whoever told him to clap his hands during his entrance needs to be fired.
I felt bad for him. And then I felt angry for The Undertaker. Because like I said, he put that much effort into building up Chad Gable, and only for him to now be clapping like a geek. Absolutely no one with him. All right, so those are the entrants we have, and now we will play the video. I guess stop it every once in a while to, I don't know, stop it every 3 so we don't get stealing copyright thing.
Triple H's booking has been a mixed bag over the past 2 years, and one of the main problems with his booking is that he has completely ruined an array of talented wrestlers. From returning stars to former world champions,
The Miz.
so many names have seen their plummet thanks to subpar booking from WWE Creative. Join us now as WrestleLamia looks at 10 WWE stars that Triple H has outright ruined. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on our new Facebook page. Number 10, Rusev. When Rusev returned to WWE last year, fans didn't know what to expect. Rusev had a mixed run in AEW, with some of his matches delivering. AEW just never got behind him as a main event level attraction. The interesting thing about Rusev returning was that Triple H should have been a huge fan of his recent work in AEW, and Triple H was keen to present Rusev strongly when they worked together back in NXT over a decade prior. The issue was that Rusev returned to the company completely soulless. The character and gimmick was basically non-existent, and the crowd struggled to connect with him. The best bet was giving Rusev Day gimmick back, but Triple H appears to be insistent on keeping Rusev in a one-dimensional box. Unfortunately, unless anything changes soon, Rusev is destined to be a mid-card talent that eventually finds himself performing on WWE main event. Number 9, Johnny Gargano. Now as things stand, Gargano has spent the majority of 2026 asleep on a crate backstage. What is the purpose of this gimmick, and where is it actually leading to? Gargano was often labeled as Triple H's ace in NXT, as the game in essence centered the entire brand around Gargano, and for good reason. He was incredible in the ring, and he had managed to fully connect with the crowd. When he was brought back when Triple H took over WWE Creative, there was hope that he would become a main event attraction in the company. But it hasn't happened in any capacity. The WWE exit of Tommaso Ciampa has without a doubt impacted Gargano's WWE trajectory. as after Ciampa left the company in favor of AEW, Gargano was left directionless, and this has unfortunately led to the now infamous Great storyline. Now all hope isn't lost when it comes to the former NXT champion, as WWE has been teasing a storyline with Sami Zayn, and with Zayn now WWE champion, is it now possible that Gargano is set for a career resurgence? Number 8, Candice LeRae. At one time, Candice LeRae was legitimately labelled as one of the best pure workers in pro wrestling. LeRae was a tremendous in-ring talent, and in her NXT run, she had classic matches, and a match with Io Sky is still considered to be one of the greatest women's matches of all time. Unfortunately, her main roster run has been a total flop, and it's hard to determine why exactly this is. LeRae just doesn't get booked to wrestle, and whenever she appears on WWE television, fans are shocked, as it's almost as if she's retired from in-ring competition. When the women's division in WWE can often feel repetitive and stale, it just makes no sense why such a talented name has been given nothing to do on the main roster. A lot of fans feel like both Gargano and LeRae should just try their luck in AEW, and this is honestly not the worst suggestion in the world, as it's not like their booking can get any worse in WWE. Number 7, Jordynne Grace. WWE looked to be firing on all cylinders when it came to the main roster call-up of Jordynne Grace. She was instantly thrown into the main event scene with a feud with Jade Cargill, and the best thing that the game has delivered was a US title win.
Oh, we fucked up.
Sorry. So we're at Jordynne Grace. So I'm at 2 points. You got what? You got
Johnny. I had Jordynne Grace and Rusev.
So it's 2 to 3. So good as far as the list goes. Not just being right or not. So far, so good. I agree with all of it.
Are we go?
Sorry.
Pull-up of Jordynne Grace. She was instantly thrown into the main event scene with a feud with Jade Cargill, and there were rumors that WWE were considering crowning her straight away. Of course this didn't happen, and this early push was perhaps the worst thing to happen to her. Since this feud with Cargill, Grace has basically disappeared from WWE television completely, and she's often found wrestling on WWE main event. And it turns out that WWE brought Grace up to the main roster just to lose to Cargill, and they had no extended plans for her beyond that. She would have been better off staying in NXT, as it's going to be a long way back to the top of the women's division on SmackDown, especially when she can't even make it onto the show. Number 6, The Miz. Without question, The Miz is a future WWE Hall of Famer. The Miz is one of the most respected names in the WWE locker room.
I don't think any of us had that.
He's been relegated to a novelty act by Triple H in recent years. What's shocking is that The Miz hasn't won a singles match on TV in over 2 years, and he currently is presented as a complete jobber. This man is a former WWE champion, and he's a man that has main evented WrestleMania. So what the hell is going on? Well, it's often been theorized that Triple H has a personal dislike of The Miz. Since Triple H took over, The Miz hasn't remotely sniffed the main event scene, and now The Miz finds himself portraying a zombie-esque character on SmackDown. This is the kind of shit that Akira Tozawa should be doing, not The Miz. No offense to Tozawa. Some fans may feel that The Miz is in the correct role at this stage of his career, yet for a seasoned veteran and for a man that has accomplished everything in the company, it would make more sense to keep him credible as an active talent. Currently, a win over the former champion means absolutely nothing, and unless WWE rebuilds The Miz from the ground up, this is unlikely to change. Number 5, Ilya Dragunov. At the moment Brock Lesnar no-sold Ilya Dragunov's offense at the 2026 Rumble was a moment that changed everything for Dragunov in WWE. Following the clip going viral, WWE decided to turn this into an ongoing trend, and they would then proceed to have lower card names such as Tonga Loa no-sell for Dragunov, completely killing the credibility and aura of the former NXT champion. Even more strange right now is that Dragunov currently finds himself off television. There hasn't been a single report explaining why this has exactly occurred, or whether Dragunov has backstage heat. Dragunov had an acclaimed run as US champion, and he's managed to get over with the main roster crowd, so there's no valid reasons why he hasn't been featured on SmackDown at all. SmackDown was a 3-hour presentation for months, and fans have called out the fact that WWE has zero space for one of the best pure workers in the company on a 3-hour show. It's just downright insane. SmackDown has now reverted back to the 2-hour format, which makes the changes of Dragunov getting a storyline on the show significantly slimmer. This is only going to amplify the calls for WWE to release him so that the Mad Dragon can spread his wings in another promotion.
Right,
Number 4, Shinsuke Nakamura. Former NXT...
I didn't get him either. God. So I still am only at 2 points.
I'm where I'm at too.
Get a dry spell.
Shinsuke was already kind of ruined though before Triple H got to him.
If anything, Triple H helped him a little bit. Remember when he had the night gimmick thing or
The
whatever.
zombie samurai thing. Yeah, that was cool. Then he just turned back into Shinsuke a few weeks later.
Right back to losing. And I did point out when Dragunov, when he did that moment in the Royal Rumble, was what squashed him. But I guess Tongaloa, him no selling it was really and as far as the Miz, I don't know.
It's the
I think
Miz.
he's just he's the former Grand Slam champion and all that. I honestly think the Miz is just happy collecting the paycheck, if I'm being honest. I don't see him as someone who wants to be headlining shows anymore.
I don't know. I just know that he was doing Miz TV well before Triple H took over. So I think he was already ruined.
What about with the Bad Bunny the hip hop with Johnny Gargano? I'm sorry, John Morrison. That was before Triple H. So he's I think he's just happy collecting a paycheck. Shinsuke, I didn't have him on the list. I think unless I go on a hell of a run, you've probably won, but that's okay.
Yay.
He won by a point.
Champion Shinsuke Nakamura hasn't won a match on TV since January 2025. This is a shocking statistic, and it's even more alarming that Nakamura has basically disappeared off television, and whenever he appears on TV, it's all but confirmed that he's gonna lose. When Nakamura was signed to the NXT brand, Triple H went all in on him, and he was presented as if he was the biggest star in the world. Sadly, this presentation has been nowhere to be seen on the main roster, and it could even be argued that Vince McMahon somehow presented Nakamura better on the main roster than Triple H has ever done. There's a huge discrepancy between Triple H's booking in NXT and his main roster booking. The names that he gravitates towards in NXT aren't necessarily going to be his favorites on the main roster, and it's hard to pinpoint why exactly this is. Of course, there are numerous players with a say on the main roster, and Triple H has to appease executives and TKO bosses, so it's possible that Triple H can't implement the same creative directions he had when he ran the Black and Gold brand. Number 3. Natalya. Every few years in WWE, the company commits to a push for Natalya.
Now that's just...
She enters the world title scene, and this is...
No.
Skip it. Skip to the next one. Natalya? I don't even want to hear your explanation.
LA Knight. Is LA Knight ever going to win the world title? Kind of seems unlikely as long as Triple H is running WWE Creative. Triple H promised that good things were coming for fans of LA Knight, but this was 3 years ago. And the best thing that the game has delivered was a US title win for one of WWE's most popular stars. It's been rumored that Triple H has a personal dislike for the game, and he's worried when it comes to how he represents the company, mainly because he's honest in media.
Did they just say Triple H has a personal dislike for the game?
They did. Play on words.
Interviews. His booking has been counterproductive as he was feuding with the Vision for an entire year before he was once again entered into the Bloodline Vortex, a storyline he'd already been in for the best part of 2 years. It's almost as if the game is hoping that fans lose interest in him and stop cheering for him. Yet the good thing for LA is that the majority of fans can see right through this booking, and his reactions have still remained incredibly strong. And number 1, Braun Breaker. At the start of 2026, Braun Breaker was the undisputed favorite to win the Royal Rumble match. This didn't occur at all. In fact, the total opposite happened where Braun Breaker was absolutely buried in the matchup, being eliminated first. So eyebrows were definitely being raised at the very start. And then when he was injured just before WrestleMania, this seemingly changed Breaker's WWE trajectory forever. When he returned, something just fell off. Breaker was still a member of the Vision stable, yet he was joined by Austin Theory and Logan Paul, 2 names he had zero chemistry with. Breaker felt like a novelty act, and even though his big spot still received a huge reaction, the association with Theory and Paul continued to hurt him on television. Breaker would then lose to Seth Rollins in a steel cage match at Night of Champions, and there was concern coming out of the match that Triple H had officially given up on him. Breaker was once seen as one of the pillars of WWE's future, yet stars such as Obafemi, Trick Williams, and even Javon Evans have now overtaken him on the totem pole. This has been supported by a recent interview the game did with Stephen A. Smith, where he didn't name Breaker as a future WrestleMania main eventer, which is alarming to say the very least. Thankfully, Breaker is still one of the youngest names on the roster, so there's still a strong chance that he can still turn things around. But the WWE machine needs to go back to the drawing board with his character.
Maybe if they didn't write badass all over the fucking place with him.
I think they got to get out of the... we can end it there. We get it. I think they got to get out of the losers bracket.
That too.
Well, yeah, the list there.
Did you have Braun Breaker?
I did have Braun Breaker. So I got another point. You didn't have Braun Breaker?
I did not.
Oh.
I had the Wyatts, which I'm shocked that they're not on this list. I had Gargano, Johnny, Gunther, Jordan Grace, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, Jey Uso, carrying Cross on this list.
No.
That's okay. Becky Lynch, Rusev, Tommaso Ciampa, and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, so I got the Garganos. That was my 1 and 2, and then Braun Breaker was my other one.
Was Candice LeRae part of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Good thing I split them up.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah, the shocking list. And Triple H does seem to be burying talents. I do feel bad for Braun Breaker, to be honest. But there is more time for him. He's young yet. I saw it even people started to speculate that it was because he just doesn't like Scott Steiner. So he's getting him back for whatever beef they have.
Well, that's his nephew, not his son.
Yeah, but it's blood.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, let us know what you think of the list. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button while you're down there. And I believe on story fronts, that's all I got.
Wow.
So is there anything else from you?
Just have a good night.
And survey says one more for the good guys.